Hi. Do check the previous video that is titled Stay at Home Moms, Traditional Stay at Home Parents, Traditional Moms and Involved. I had did another video but it didn't record on here. But I know I was talking a piece about child inheritance, child shares, so forth of that. I was speaking about that if there is less than definitely $1,200 a month that is being paid, I mean, really, that money is going to you're going to pay regardless for the child. So why not pay it to the parent? Do it to, DUE to the one that's going to be detailed to it. Now, if you got there and you chose a woman that is, you want to say, oh, well, all she do is get purses. She don't take care of the child. Child don't be clean. She don't pay her rent or whatever like that. That's something that you cannot put, go with having for every woman. So, there are men up in prison today that will do anything. Like they will work 3 to 4 jobs just to be able to have the money to pay their children and be out and not be in jail or prison. Like that's all. Some of them are there because, they was doing stuff to take care of their family. So you shouldn't complain, toward giving a child their shares or their inheritance, their stocks, capitals, dividends that are due to them. And so far, possibly before you open your mouth, that mother, before she had a child, could, it could be a taxpayer of diapers. You still pay taxes on diapers, wipes, and food, and you still pay taxes on it. You're still a citizen. You're still obligated and expected to pay taxes, and you got a social security number that has probably a lien behind it. No telling. But I want to discuss the morning routine, and I want to shout out to SmartMom1981. She had a video about that. And she has 3 girls to get straight in the morning. That is a lot, I'm telling you. So I'm gonna, definitely, I'm all for braids. I'm telling you, I'm all for the braids. The girls having the braids. She goes to, she works in the morning. Whether you're stay at home mom or not, braids in the morning for girl is the most simplest thing to do. And then on the weekend, you could take it loose and spend more time combing. But when you have other tasks such as making sure their face is clean, they don't have your face. Sometimes the water, if it's bad, could leave your skin dry. So you gotta make sure they oil their face real good and get the crust out their eyes and moisturize their lips and hands and legs and feet and stuff. Making sure their clothes match and stuff like that. And it's much. So having a morning routine, I make sure, over 90% of the time, mine have breakfast. No matter anyone that, whatever they have with me, they be like, oh, okay, when this child come on, this child they know the child is fed. I get up, if I have to get up an hour and a half early, before, heading out the door, which, you give that about a 5-minute window. I make sure while the breakfast going on, get the child started with washing their face. Sometimes that grease get hot pretty quick, if you're frying an egg. Now you can be a little bit flexible and a little bit away, maybe a few minutes if you're just doing boiled eggs in the morning. But making sure they have some fruit, some oatmeal, some grits in the morning. And oh gosh, your grits be talking about 5 minute grits, and they really take about 35 minutes. Really, they do. And then you gotta give it another uh you know 9 minutes to cool down to be able to eat the food. So while the food cooling down, you can get there and um be combing hair during that time while the food is cooling down. And as you finish each child hair, um, and oh gosh, that's why, yeah, put 2 or 3 plaits, comb that hair up. Um, and I know I had many plaits in mine. It just take a lot of time, with you gotta make sure the hair is straight, lying down. Um, Oh God, it's a lot. It is definitely a lot. So yeah, those teachers in schools that's tripping about children wearing braids. You first if the parents go to work, don't work, and so they may have a little bit more time, an hour and a half to comb. If they got more than 2 children hair to comb in the morning. I mean, gosh, why? Okay, now why did they gotta cook the food? They gotta be there. Then you gotta still go back and check, especially if the child's under 10 years old. Make sure that they didn't wash their face good. Some mornings people take a bath, and then you got set that straight. So while the food, like it's cooling down, you're trying to get them on out there, have their clothes ready. It's just a lot to just perfectly. If you have 1 or 2 children, you could get there and wait till in the morning. Especially that's if you already have your stuff organized. You know where the socks are. You know where your shirt and you have something that you could put on that's gonna go with whatever occasion or weather of the day. Checking the weather every night. It's just like I said, just so much you have to do before you go to bed. You're like, dang. By the time you spend time doing homework, cooking a meal at night, you just really at night ain't got time to breathe and do nothing. And even if the woman have a companion, all they could do is just just go to sleep and just nothing because you're exhausted. Um, then you gotta fix lunch for the children. So it is if you have 1 or 2 children to get up in the morning, whether you have to go to work for 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Smart Mom 1981 is a perfect example. With the children, she has to be out the house every day. The days that she have to take off, or maybe she can't afford to run late for anything. Whether breakfast made, a child not in the mood to wash their face, or not keeping up, or trying to really figure out if a child not feeling well, or you realize a child not feeling well, just all kinds of stuff. So pretty much, my morning routine is that you get the washing the face, and you do have to go back behind them, wash their face. Um getting the food started. Now if you just uh toasting some toast or a waffle, something simple, or while the water boiling, you get that started first, and then I go um wash my face. Pretty much, my stuff, I'm able to schedule it, you know, a little bit to where I have time, or where I, can halfway do stuff while after they're gone. So my whole focus is whatever is the child, let's get that done. Even if I just gotta quickly brush my teeth for 2 minutes with some plain water. Cause if I use some regular toothpaste, I gotta brush all the way deep up in there, and some mornings I'm gonna want floss. So that's like a 10 minute. I'm gonna say 7 to 10 minute window for me. So I try, just a blue moon where I have to be out at the exact same time. But usually I'm devoted to the stove. You have to watch the food. Um, the child wash their face. Um, may have them brush their teeth with just with some water, just so that that taste won't be in their food, that mint and stuff or cinnamon or whatever that taste. Won't be up in their food, so I may have them like brush their teeth with some water. Um, and then sometimes now that's something I don't keep up with all the time. I just hope it ain't overnight that many germs in the body that just gonna be holding grudges like that. But yeah, you just use some water. Both of us may get there right quick as the food, finish cooking up, and hurry up and brush some teeth with some water. Come back, you gotta stir up the grits, the oatmeal, flip the eggs. Well, I'm not moving if it's frying eggs or anything fried. I'm not moving. Oatmeal, grits, boiling eggs. You could, step back from that. But if it's frying like some meat or some eggs, no. The whole time gotta be devoid. So you really depend on a child to wash their face. Then once the food is about cooked, it's about done. I do leave it on the burner, but I turn it off. Make sure all the knobs are turned off. Then I get started on the child's hair. And even uh, you gotta have a male child. You still gotta brush it thoroughly. You know, um, put oil on it and make sure it's even and stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Mine won't let me comb the hair, so I see you still gotta comb it, but it's not every day. Like I'm not fighting in the morning with combing, so I try to do it on the weekend. And yeah, it's gonna be some screaming going on, screaming going on. Um, so then once the hair is done, I have the child, clean the hair out the brush. Once the child cleans the hair out of the brush, have their hair all up. Um, they put their brush and stuff up. Um, they had a hair on their hands, so they go wash their hands, dry their hands off. I just put the pants on, because you don't want their clothes to really get dirty, their shirt and stuff, and then they walk around their socks and they get more dirty. So try to, have something on their feet. So the time that the burner is off, and then I serve, at the same time, I didn't say in between that I do get there and put the food in a bowl. So while I'm combing the hair, the food is cooling down. So by the time I finish combing the hair, which take about, it's not gonna take that for everybody. Some people it really do take. It take really 20 minutes for some people hair to get combed. It really do. So it could take 10 minutes. Now for my situation, I don't whether it's the best or not. I tried a frame of 7 minutes, because you gotta comb all the old hair, well, brush all the old hair out, and then make sure that it's even together, and pat it down, and make sure the patterns are going the same, and that it has some oil to it. The oil is even. That's the first thing, getting the oil through the hair. And that takes about that can take up to 2 minutes. It just depends on the person, types of hair. That's another story. Um, as they go back to getting the food done, and the child is eating, I fix a drink, vitamin time during that time, or I do it halfway. So I always get started with writing up, going through the book set, making sure everything's up in there. Uh, the clothes, there's also time, maybe also if at the last minute while the child's eating, getting clothes together. I have everything where I know where it is, not something